What's going on, guys? It's Ruben here, back again with another action figure video review here on Rubik's Films. And tonight we're going to be having a look at another Neca figure, an awesome Neca figure, probably the last Freddy Krueger figure that we're going to be having a look at from Neca. And this is going to be the Neca Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors Freddy Krueger figure. So yeah, this is actually a very awesome figure. I did get this at my local Target. Luckily, I was able to find it. I was going to skip out on it because I already have so many Freddy Krueger figures. I wanted to go ahead and start collecting the Jason Voorhees figures along with the Stephen King's It figures. Just having a hard time focusing. I'm sorry. There it is. But yeah, I was like, why not? I'll go ahead and get it. There's some unique features about this figure that stands out from every other Neca, I almost said Jason, Neca Freddy figure. So yeah, as always, we're going to get in depth into this review, into this figure, but first we're going to be having a look at that amazing packaging before we get into this figure. So, let's go and have a look at that packaging. So here's the packaging, and I do understand that Part 3 is actually a lot of people's favorite movies. I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie. My first one still is Part 1. But this packaging is really just, you know, blows it out of my mind. I love this packaging. I always love how Neca uses the poster, the movie poster, for the front of the box. So up there it says, if you think you're ready for Freddy, think again. And then on the bottom it says, A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors. And then you have the cover art right there, with Freddy and his claws coming out and all the characters right there in the front. On the side, it says a Neca Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors. You get Freddy's souls right there. It says Neca Real Toys. On the side, it says the same thing again. On the top, just Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors. On the bottom, credit to everybody involved in this, making this figure. And on the back, I always love how they do this too. You get the mirrors. It reminds me of that mirror scene whenever they were, you know, Freddy was over here laughing at all of them, and then finally, what was his name? I think it was Joey. I forgot. I'm pretty sure his name was Joey. Whenever he used his voice to shatter all the mirrors. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. But yeah, they use that as a nice silhouette, I guess, for right here. And then you have Freddy, a picture of Freddy right here. You have a picture of that whenever he turned into that doll, that paper mache doll or whatever, and he came down and started, you know, he was just crawling for a while, and then he turned to Freddy and, you know, started slashing that guy, getting his veins like a puppet. And then you have the house that, I want to say her name was Alice. I may be wrong. I'm sorry. It has been a while since I've seen Part 3. I remember the kills pretty good, but I forget the names. So you get the house that she made in the beginning, and then you get that cross that appears on Freddy's head in the end whenever he dies. So yeah, you get pictures of the figure, and then you get a bit of a read-up, so if you want to read it, you can pause it right now. Okay. And then you open it up. You get a picture of Freddy right there revealing his souls like he did in Part 3. And then, as you can see, I left most of the things inside the packaging just so I won't lose them or, you know, just misplace them, because I don't have that much room in my room, to be honest with you. But I love that. Usually we get a cool background in the box, but it doesn't seem like we're getting anything. You know, we usually get like with the Jason figures, we get like a tombstone or a backgrounds of the woods or something. But yeah, I mean, that's fine. I don't mind. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the figure. We can see how cool it actually is. So here's Freddy, an amazing figure. So I'm gonna go. So you know, I'm gonna go ahead and go over one of his accessories real quick. Just because I think this is something that this is something that stands out, makes him stand out more than any other figure. You're able to remove his chest piece right here, and I don't know how to feel about this. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I love this accessory, and he comes with this extra souls, this extra chest of souls, where it's like put away. You just snap on, and there you go. The thing is, if you move his arms too much, like forward, that happens. So you only have a certain way to pose him. But you can pose him like that. Pose him like he just ripped his shirt off, and now he's showing, you know. But I kind of don't know how to feel about this. I guess it's probably just because the sweater is like a light color and it makes it look more like it's plastic. I don't know. Maybe it feels darker. I don't know. I just really don't know how to feel about this. Plus, he doesn't have an ab crunch, or he doesn't have a lot of rotation in the body portion like the other Freddys do. But overall, I like the figure. Don't get me wrong. It's just that one piece is now missing. At first, I thought it was cool, but then I was like, oh wait. But when you move the arms, the sides kind of pop out. So I guess you kind of have to have the arms downwards. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to put my finger on it. Anyway, Freddy does come with, you know, his regular attire. He's got the brown boots. He's got the black pants going on there. And then he has his classic green and red striped sweater. That's my dog, sorry. And then his burnt hand right there. And he has his claw. I love this claw because it's different from the other claws. I'll go ahead and bring out another figure here to compare it. But usually with whenever Neca releases claws, he has it like this. But this one, he has it like this, you know, like he's like, come here, you know. It's got more of a menacing look, and I like this claw a lot better than what we've gotten before, and I love that. I wish they would do this more often, you know. So yeah, quick example. Here's a part 1 Freddy. His claw's like this, and I have the part 2 glove right here. I have it off because I'm using the other claw for part 2 right here. So yeah, as you can see, different colors, but same position with the blades. And I was like, oh, you know, that's cool, but I wish they would have given us something different with each Freddy, you know. But they finally decided to change it on here. And I like this a lot better, so thank you, Neca, thank you. So yeah, Freddy, basic Freddy. His face sculpt is a bit different too. I like the head sculpt. I like how it's yeah, that's my dog, sorry. But I like how the head sculpt really changes. Right there, see? Really nice. So here's a close-up on Freddy's face. Pretty different, and I guess if you wanted to compare real quick, I'll do a size comparison later, but here's part 1 Freddy. Let me take off the hats actually, you can get a better look. But yeah, here's his hat. He comes with a hat too. This one looks like it's more wear and teared out. So yeah, let me take the hats off the other Freddys real quick. And I guess we can go ahead and compare the hats. I don't know, if you're interested in that. Here's part 1's hat. I like it because it looks more like a fedora. Here's part 2's hat. And the part 3's hat. Looks kind of similar to part 2's hat, to be honest with you. But it's more weathered. It's more like it's been sitting in a closet for years, you know, collecting dust. But yeah, anyway, comparing the head sculpts, I'm gonna do it in order: part 1, part 2, and part 3. And I guess that's the other thing that makes it look a bit odd, is because the shoulders are more downwards on these older figures, and the neck looks more bigger. On this one, it looks like his shoulders are up, you know, and his neck's kind of small, so that kind of bothers me. But it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, I like the smiling head. Pretty cool. So let's go ahead and jump into accessories, and we'll get back to the figure. So first accessory is this doll right here. This is actually the first time for me taking this out, to be honest. I skipped out on taking it out the first time. Oh, I didn't even know that was removable. Wow, I'm so sorry. Thought I broke it for a second there. But it goes with that little blood stain, I guess, or paint smudge. Everything's brown. I like how they detailed this so perfectly, dude. And then he comes with the claw right there. His arms are posable. So his arm moves right here. It just kind of swivels. Same thing with this one. And does the head move? Yeah, moves a little bit. And then no leg movement. That's it. Just arm articulation and head articulation. Yeah, there's the hand. So yeah, that's kind of cool. They didn't have to include this, but it's kind of cool, to be honest. First time. It's actually the first time for me checking this out, to be honest with you. And then he also comes with the house that she makes in the beginning. This is really cool, actually. I like this. The only thing I wish it did was light up, because I know in the end it lit up. I wish I had like a button on the bottom where it can light up, but that's... I've seen people do that, actually, customs, but I really like this house. It's Nancy's old house. But yeah, really cool. Neca 2011. It didn't come out in 2011, but I'm guessing that's whenever they got the rights to go ahead and make figures, but yeah. So yeah, set that aside. And then he comes with the two, this is actually my favorite thing. I had this pose with Freddy for a while, but for the sake of the video, I only posed him with that, but I like this. You know, this is whenever he's like, let's get high, and then he, you know, shoots her with this. This is really cool. So I'll show this to you in the end, how he looks like with this in the end, but I really like that. I like how it's translucent with the needles, the syringes. So yeah, that's really cool. And then he also comes with an extra head right here. And it comes with this little glowing piece. I remember seeing this on a lot of Transformers figures back in the day. Basically, you shine it up towards the light, and it'll reflect this, and you'll be able to see it from here. Yeah, that's not something NECA usually does, but I like that. I like how they did that. So I guess if you wanted to see that head come off, let me see this, and then put the new head on. Sadly, it's the only head that he comes with. Usually NECA gives us a bunch of heads, like different expressions, but I guess I kind of lagged on this one. There you go. This one actually makes his neck look like it's longer, to be honest. But yeah, usually NECA gives us a lot of different heads. With the previous Freddy, we've got like 3 heads. This one we only get a different head for like one scene, and then we get a regular head. So you really have no choice but to pose him with this head, like for a regular Freddy. And that's really what I try to do in the beginning of this video. There it goes. That was a big snap. But yeah, kind of a pain to put the regular head back on. So anyway, what we're gonna do real quick, I'm gonna let you see the figure with these hands. I'm gonna change them out, and then I'm gonna do articulation time, and then size comparison. Alright, so here's Freddy with the syringe hands. And I'm not gonna lie, just a heads up for any of you guys who are planning on getting this figure, be careful with this hand. It's kind of hard to snap on. I haven't heard it snap, so it's not on totally. You can tell it's not all the way to the bottom, but be careful with this hand because I feel like it's going to break if you apply too much pressure, so I didn't even try. But it worked perfectly the first time. It's lagging, I guess, for second time. Yeah, here we go. This is really cool. I'm just going to leave it like this on my shelf. So yeah, and I've already showed you this in the beginning of the video, so there you go. So now let's go ahead and do articulation time. So for articulation, Freddy's head is on a ball joint, so it does go around 360. Does go up. Doesn't really go up that much, to be honest. Goes up that much. Goes down that much. His arms move out. Like I said, this is gonna move it. Like, watch. Rotation at the arm. Can go backwards, forwards. Not too much though. A bend at the elbow. A rotation at the elbow. Like I said. Rotation at the wrist. Pivot at the wrist. Same thing. So yeah. He doesn't have an ab crunch like I mentioned earlier. The other ones did. He can sit down, I guess. His waist, he does have a waist swivel. His legs go forward that much, goes backward that much. He can do the splits. He has a bend at the knee, rotation at the knee, rotation at the, well, a little bit of a rotation at the ankle, and a pivot at the ankle. So yeah. So comparison time. Here is Freddy next to part 1 Freddy and part 2 Freddy. So it's kind of funny how it's kind of like, I mean, these two stand about the same. This one stands shorter for some reason, but hey, I like it. I don't mind. But yeah, here we have it. I really like this. So yeah, just wanted to do a quick comparison. And I like how these sweaters kind of get lighter too. You get dark, medium, and then you get light. But yeah. So comment below which one's your favorite. My favorite's still part 1. But yeah, just let me know which one's your favorite. Alright, here he is next to Chucky, and here he is next to the part 4 Jason. Yes, this is the one I literally just unboxed. But yeah, there you go. Next to other horror icons. And then next to the Marvel Legends Spider-Man and Star Wars Black Series First Order Stormtrooper. So yeah, guys, there you go. Part 3 Freddy. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next review. As always, this has been a Rubik's Film. Peace out.